Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about some of the disorders which are left. Okay, so we have discussed already hemophilia, colorblind and sickle cell anemia. Okay, now first I am going to discuss about thalassemia. Okay, so thalassemia, let's write it. Okay, thalassemia is a blood related disorder. Okay, it is, we can say that, autosomal recessive disorder. Okay, autosomal recessive disorder. So what happens here in the thalassemia, it leads to the uh, deformation of protein, or you can say abnormalities of protein. So abnormal proteins, okay, abnormal proteins develop. That is the globin protein present in the hemoglobin. Okay, so what kind of abnormalities? This globin protein present in the hemoglobin, that is a part of RBC, it is basically made up of this globin protein having two chains. Okay, two polypeptide chains. So two types of polypeptide chains, sorry. So one is alpha chains and beta chains. So two types of polypeptide chains there in the globin protein. Now for this alpha chain formation, two genes are responsible, HBA1 and HBA2. Okay, and for the beta chains production, the genes which are responsible are HBB genes. Clear? Due to the defect in the genes, okay, due to the defect in the genes, there is reduced formation of alpha chains, or defect in this gene HBB, okay, that is reduced formation of the beta chain. So deficient in the amount of alpha chains and beta chains, okay, leads to the formation of abnormal proteins. Okay, so in some cases we have seen that there is lack of alpha gene, deficient in the alpha chain. So that in case we call it as alpha thalassemia. Okay, in some cases there is lack of beta chains, deficient, that is called beta thalassemia. Okay, so this kind of defected gene inherit from parents to the offspring, autosomal related problem. Okay, so this is how it inherits from generation to generation, and ultimately what happens, this kind of deficiency in the alpha chain or in the beta chain, okay, leads to the deformation of the protein, and that leads to the, okay, destruction of the RBC. Okay, you can say that ultimately leads to the premature death of RBC. Okay, premature death of RBC, which ultimately leads to the destruction in the death RBC destruction. So ultimately reduction in the blood amount, that leads to anemia finally. So thalassemia finally leads to anemia, anemia due to the destruction of the RBCs because of these deformities of protein. Okay, this is one point of view to look at the thalassemia. Another one, we can say that there are two types of, medically we say two types of thalassemia are there. Okay, there are thalassemia major and thalassemia minor. Thalassemia major means when these defective genes, okay, when these defective genes, this one and these genes, okay, coming from both the parents into the offspring, that leads to thalassemia major. Thalassemia minor means when the defective gene is coming from one of the parents. That leads to thalassemia minor. Thalassemia minor also leads to anemia. Okay. Thalassemia major is much more dangerous. It may lead to life-threatening situation. Okay. So this also you keep in mind, thalassemia major and thalassemia minor. Fine. This is all about thalassemia. Let's move on to the next one. Next is the phenylketonuria. Okay, the disease is phenylketonuria. This is also autosomal recessive disorder. Okay, autosomal recessive disorder. What happens in this case? One particular gene, which is defective gene, which is responsible for this problem. So the defect in that particular gene, that actually what happens, that suppose that gene, okay, is actually what it is supposed to do. There is a protein called phenylalanine, amino acid. Okay, this amino acid, this gene, what it does, it converts the phenylalanine into tyrosine, is another amino acid. But now what happens is that due to the defect in the gene, there is a defect in the gene, that ultimately what happens, phenylalanine is not converting into tyrosine. What is happening? This phenylalanine is getting deposited, accumulated, okay, and it converts into phenyl pyruvate or phenyl pyruvic acid, and the accumulation of this phenyl pyruvic acid in the brain cells, okay, leads to mental retardation. Okay. So now remember one thing, that this is an example of pleiotropism also. Okay, one particular gene responsible for more than one expression. So due to the defect in this gene, one problem is the mental retardation. Okay, another problem also is found that leads to the problem in the skin pigmentation. Okay, problem in skin pigmentation. Okay, so this is all about phenylketonuria. Not much is there in our syllabus. Next we are going to discuss, so this is all about the Mendelian disorder we have discussed till now. Okay, now only 3 diseases we will discuss about this chromosomal disorders. Chromosomal disorders, as we have already discussed in my previous video, that it's a chromosomal abnormalities, okay, or aberrations that lead to this kind of disorders. There are 2 types of conditions. Okay, one is known as aneuploidy, okay, another is known as polyploidy. Remember, the ploidy means number of chromosomes we are indicating. Okay, aneuploidy means there is loss or addition of one chromosome. Okay, loss or addition of one chromosome. And why this happens? Due to the failure in segregation. Okay, failure in segregation of chromatids during cell division. If you remember, during anaphase stage, the chromatids get separated from the metaphase plate, and the chromatids move to both the poles, and we call them as chromosomes. So during that separation, if there is failure of proper separation of chromosome takes place, that ultimately leads to the loss or addition of one particular chromosome. It may happen in a cell, there is loss or addition of one particular chromosome. Now, for example, that we will be discussing about Down syndrome is an example. Turner syndrome is an example, Klinefelter syndrome is an example. This comes under aneuploidy. So that is there in your syllabus. Polyploidy, we will just see what it is. Diseases we will not discuss on this is not in your syllabus. Polyploidy is, as here you see, loss or gain, or you can say addition of one particular chromosome. Here it is the loss or gain of a whole set of chromosome. Okay, how it happens? That is due to the failure of cytokinesis. Cytokinesis means what? Cytoplasmic division that takes place after telophase. Okay, when chromosomes are equally divided to both the poles, by the end of telophase they are getting the surroundings, the nucleus is developed, and then the cytokinesis is supposed to take place. But then if there is no cytokinesis takes place in the cell, then what happens? It remains one particular cell. It remains one cell only, within which we see two sets of chromosomes, two entire set of chromosomes, double the number of chromosomes. Okay, that leads to polyploidy, more the number, okay, of chromosomes. So it's not loss, let's gain. Let's talk about gain only. Okay, here it is the entire set of chromosome, here only one chromosome we are talking about. Aneuploidy, polyploidy, basic difference. Okay, now the aneuploidy, three diseases are there. Number one is Down syndrome. Here what happens? 21st number chromosome gets an extra additional chromosome, additional set of chromosome. Okay, one additional copy of 21st chromosome. That leads to Down syndrome. Okay, there are symptoms like in your book. Symptoms are given already in the book. Like it is written here that small round head, furrowed tongue, partially open mouth. Palm is broad with characteristic palm piece. Physical, psychomotor and mental development is retarded. Okay. Second one is Turner's. Sorry, let's talk about the Klinefelter's first. Okay. So Klinefelter's syndrome. What happens in Klinefelter syndrome? It mainly happens in the males. Okay. In the males it happens. One extra X chromosome is there. Means normally it is the chromosome pair, sex chromosome pair in the male. In this pair, what happens? One extra X chromosome comes. Okay, XXY. So that leads to Klinefelter syndrome. So as 2X is there, so that is actually expressing the feminist, feminist character, or you can say feminine character. Feminine character featured in the males. Secondary sexual characteristics that to some extent develop in the males. Okay, because of dominance of X chromosome. Okay. Another one, number 1, number 2, number 3 is Turner's syndrome. Turner's syndrome. What happens here? Loss of one chromosome, one X chromosome from female. So it is the female. In case of female, we see this. What happens? Normally XX2 chromosomes are there in female. So one X chromosome is lost. There is a loss of one X chromosome. So only one X chromosome is there. So in that case, what happens? The woman becomes sterile in nature. Okay, rudimentary ovaries cannot produce egg, and also along with this some loss of some other secondary sexual characteristics in the female. Okay, so this is all about there in your syllabus. So we have completed the principle of inheritance chapter discussion. All the videos are made on all the important topics. Okay, so please go through all the videos, make your own notes, study properly. If any doubt is there, I am always there for you. And from next class, next video recordings, I will start with the molecular basis of DNA. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. Okay, thank you.